This is Bosnia's national and university library, at least what's left of it. Today, almost 11 years after it was burned down, workers are shoring up the landmark pseudo-Moorish building to keep it from collapsing, but there are no plans for further repairs. Not a very impressive response to what many consider the largest single act of book burning in modern history. The destruction of the National Library was not an isolated act. Serb nationalist gunners targeted countless symbols of the multi-ethnic Bosnian state: the historic post office building, the Oriental Institute with its irreplaceable collection of manuscripts, and hundreds of mosques. The library was destroyed only months into the 3.5-year siege of Sarajevo by extremists intent on carving out an ethnically pure Serb homeland. The siege claimed the lives of 10,000 people in this European city. When war broke out in the spring of 1992, Serb nationalists moved heavy artillery into the hills around Sarajevo and began shelling the city. Snipers hid behind the tombstones in this Jewish cemetery and shot at pedestrians on the main street below. The library staff managed to save only 10% of the 1.5 million volumes of the collection. Today, they still affectionately refer to the library as Town Hall, or Vijećnica, which is what the building was first used as. Where did the Serb gunners who fired the incendiary shells into the library, where were they located? It was quite close, wasn't it?
Yeah, very close, all over the Sarajevo, but here to Vijećnica it's almost, let's say, 800 meters through the air, by air, on the hills, over the last routes you can see from this point. There is a water just across the street, and it's horrible when you have the water just here and fire here, and it's impossible for you to help the firefighters to turn the fire off.
Why couldn't people get the water from the river?
Because of snipers. All the time the snipers were shooting us and trying to kill us, and it's dangerous to be even in front of the Vijećnica.
What were people doing as the library was burning?
Some of us tried to save our own lives, but some of us just looked at it and cried. We cried.
Enis Kujundžić, the library's director since 1993, has been leading painstaking efforts to rebuild the collection, now housed at a former military barracks across town. If the attackers' aim here in burning the library was to erase the evidence of a flourishing multi-ethnic culture, do you think they will have succeeded?
Well, it's very difficult to say. If this library is not restored, then in a way you might say that they have succeeded. But I hope they will not.
It's now more than 10 years since the library was burned down. Why is it so? Why is the reconstruction going so slowly?
One of the reasons is that the enormous destruction of the country, of the facilities, of the homes, and in the poor country like Bosnia and Herzegovina now there are other priorities probably, and even the government is pressed to address these priorities. They are to provide basic facilities of life, water, electricity, to feed the people, to educate them, and so on. And I would think that this is the right time to press for reconstruction of the cultural monuments.
One of the problems with getting money for the reconstruction of the library is that it's not even yet clear from the Bosnian side who will own it, who will use it, whether it will be used only for the library or for other institutions as well. Why can't the Bosnians first clear up this problem?
I don't see the problem. Legally, National University Library of Bosnia and Herzegovina is the tenant of this building, and the fastest way to reconstruct it is just to be the same, to be the library.
So you have to still convince the city of Sarajevo to respect your position on your being the rightful owners or users of this building.
Well, this is not the opinion of the personalities, it is just the fact, and we should respect the facts.
So, as Sarajevans remember their dead and get on with their lives, their beloved library is still in ruins, a testimony to the power of ethnic hatred. For the Chronicle of Higher Education, this is Burton Bollag in Sarajevo.